Elisheva Kupferman, hi, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Elisheva, what led the Mosaic United in partnership with the Ministry of Diaspora Affairs to launch the $1 million emergency initiative for Jewish students around the world?
Well, I mean, everyone has seen the images that came out of Jewish communities, cities around the world, and definitely college campuses everywhere. The project you're referencing was a project specifically targeted Jewish students in Europe, as well as Latin America, the countries in South America, Spanish-speaking countries, to really help empower them, give them more information, more tools, training, a place to be themselves and to feel safe and to build that confidence to meet the needs that were arising all around them that they weren't necessarily prepared for and that I guess no one really prepares you for. I do want to say something even stronger than that, because everywhere in the world that we work in, Mosaic has been working on with partners to reach over 500 college campuses, university campuses around the world for over 9 years. We're seeing a surge in interest in Jewish life. Maybe it's the anti-Semitism, maybe it's everything, the shock around what happened on October 7th, but students are showing up interested. They're looking for a place where they can be themselves, where they don't have to explain themselves or fit in to someone else's assumptions of what it is to be a good person. And they're showing up and they're showing interest. And what we felt is that we need to be able to meet the needs of the moment and give them a place where they can do just that. And right now we're funding and partnering with organizations all around the world to make sure that there's not a single student who's looking for a place where they can be Jewish and learn more about their Jewish identity, learn more about Israel and what it means to have a connection to the Jewish homeland that isn't being met. And so that's really where we're putting our emphasis. We're seeing it not just on college campuses, we're seeing it all around the world in every aspect of Jewish life.
Yes, unfortunately. Can you elaborate, Elisheva, about the initiative? What kind of support does the emergency program provide for the students?
Sure. We've been funding leadership development programs where we're really making sure that students have information, skills, the ability to take responsibility for themselves, for their fellow Jewish students on campus, to speak out about what's important to them. We funded events, we funded learning programs. Our bread and butter is really Jewish identity and connection to the Jewish homeland. And so we want to make sure that every single student can really, really dig into that and feel that they own that completely, that they know who they are and they know what they stand for. And unfortunately, the majority of students around the world weren't ready for this. None of us were ready for this, but many of them have very weak Jewish backgrounds. Most of them didn't go to Jewish schools or have very, very strong, Jewish education. And so we're playing catch up and we're doing the best that we can given this crazy situation.
So maybe their Jewish identity, speaking of Jewish identity, is growing.
Absolutely. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing that not just for university students, we're seeing it for teens, we're seeing it for adults. Something about the moment is causing people to show up in bigger numbers than they have before and to say, like, I'm here, I'm interested. Some of them are people who were more towards the progressive left, especially in North America, and perhaps they don't feel comfortable in the non-Jewish spaces that they used to frequent, and now they're looking for a place where they feel welcome, where they feel that they don't have to choose one of their identities, where they can be their whole selves. It's a crazy time.
Yeah, it is. Elisheva, after the Passover holiday, which approaching, you're launching a program called Israela. What's the goal and aim of this program? Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. Israela is a wonderful program that reaches Jewish families around the world. We bring them to Israel on trips. Some of them might be considering Aliyah at some point. Some of them are just interested in Israel and in Jewish life. And we really show them the sort of authentic Israel, the real experience of what it is to be Israeli. We take them on tours of communities, not the traditional tourism sites, so that they can really get a sense of what this place is. And for the first time, because of the partnership with Mosaic, Israel is going to be providing opportunities to volunteer in Israel. Israel is not just a place to visit. It's not just a place to see. It's a place where we need everyone. It's a place where you can make a difference. And I think that message that Jews everywhere have a role to play in Israel, even if they don't live here, is something that we also are saying. It's something that we're hearing. Together with our partners, we've funded over 11,000 Jewish volunteers in Israel since the war. Jews who are showing up during a war with rockets flying over their heads, where they didn't grow up here and that's not normal to them. And they're showing up and they're saying, you guys aren't alone here. And we need to make sure that there are opportunities for them to do it and make sure that the educational opportunities here are ready to sort of capture that interest. And with Israel, we're really excited to be launching the volunteer component specifically.
Elisheva Kupferman, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.